Alright, hi everybody, and welcome to today's video. Today I am going to be showing you all how to make this lovely house I have behind me using a step-by-step tutorial. So feel free to pause at any point if you're confused about a part or if you want to do it differently. Also, not really sure, I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get started. So first I will do a little bit of a base tour to show you what is included in this tutorial, and then you can decide what you want to do with it in the end. We have this lovely outside area, complete with a little bell for if your friends want to come over. And just go ahead and ring it. Sorry about my voice, I am getting a little sick, so it's gonna sound a little bit weird, but it's been a while since so I wanted to get you guys the video. Right here we have a lovely grandfather clock. It is set to go off every hour on the hour. So every time the sun changes is when the bell will go off. It will also go off twice before it rains, so let's quickly do that. Advanced weather, there you go. So yeah, it will go off twice before it rains, so it kind of gives you a little warning. Not really that big one, but it tries. We also have, it also goes off twice after it rains, apparently. We have this lovely living room area, complete with a little fireplace. As soon as they add Minecraft's new cushions, it's gonna make this couch amazing to sit on. We have a nice kitchen. I normally try to store all of my food and stuff in here. I forgot to do this part. Let's see. We'll just take a few random things. Alright. You can also, I like to store just some raw meat or kelp on these campfires. Kind of makes it look like it's a meat drying rack or something. It's pretty cool. Then of course you can't have a house without a jukebox. So I like to just store some music discs in here, and sometimes you can even put them on a shelf if you want to. It's your choice. Really cute interior. You can store like a trophy or something above the stairs. And I guess now let's move upstairs. Up here you can have like a little writing desk area or something. Over here I like to do this little storage room. It's not the biggest storage room, but there is some storage that you can do. You can also store some of your workstations or stuff up here. It's really cute. Maybe an extra set of armor. And then if you come in here, I just have a little bedroom, a little extra storage in here, just a bed, a little furnace, fireplace. Really cute. Pretty simple. And then if you want, you can go all the way to the top of the tower. I haven't really done anything up here, but feel free to have at it. Do whatever you want to do. There's quite a few possibilities you can do up here. Or if you just want it as like a nice little lookout, then you can do that as well. And then back down the stairs we go. And out here we have a little back door. In case you have like a creeper at your front door, then you can sneak around the back door and then surprise them. And stuff like that. Just a really cute, simple house. I've done this with quite a few of my starter houses when like I join a new server or I'm just playing single player and I need a quick house that I can throw together. Doesn't use a lot of materials, and then I'm set. So over here we have how big the area is. So it is 25 lawn and 25 wide, 18 long. So it'll fit in anywhere that's that big. You can try to even do it smaller. I just did it that big so it would count the roof trim bits. But anyway, if we come over here, this is where we're going to be building it at. Feel free to pause at this moment if you would like to. I did all of the layout in different wool colors, so it'd be a lot easier to lay it out if you want to do that. The brown wool is going to be our oak logs. The cyan wool and light blue is going to be our main walls. Lime wool is going to be the doors. The pink and magenta is for the fireplace, and then the gray and light gray is for the tower. I'll also leave this list in the description of the video, but for now, let's get this thing started because it is a bit of a big one. Alright, so I built this using more easy early game materials like dark oak, spruce, oak, birch, cobblestone, and deep slate. But you can build it out of anything you want. You can even build it out of end stuff if you wanted to. I don't know how well that would work, but it's honestly up to you. So we're just going to quickly grab some of our easy materials like our cobblestones and our oak logs. And we're going to go ahead and get the base of this place laid out. So you can go ahead and stick an oak log on each of your corners. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you want the middle one up a block higher. And then right here, just oak logs. Same thing on that corner. Same thing on that corner. And same thing over here. So you should have something else a little bit like this. Now we are going to go ahead and take these all up. So we're gonna do like 2 high windows. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3. 3 to the window. 4, 5. You can go ahead and bring that over. 1 second while I double check what I actually did. Right there. Okay, yes. Did I? Okay, yes. Apologies. One small thing I have to fix. We also did some lots right here. Like so. So that way you could bring these also up by 5 and they would connect perfectly. Like so. And then this one over here is also going to go up by 5. And so it's this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these ones will just stay at 1. So once you have something that looks a little bit like this, we can go ahead and start cross beaming some of them. So you're going to cross beam this one right here. All the way along this one. And we can leave this one, well, we can do this one right here. This one is done a little bit differently because it's going to be part of the tower. And so is that one, since it's kind of a little bit in the way of the fireplace. So you don't worry about that one for now. Now we are going to go ahead and grab some of our spruce wood, our spruce stairs, spruce trapdoors, and spruce slabs. And we might as well grab a door as well. So for our stairs, you're going to go ahead and put one on each of these corners, like so. Except for these 2 front ones. These ones are also going to go up to 5, like that. And we need our spruce planks. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and do spruce planks, I believe, right up here. with some stairs, trapdoors, just like so. And then we can go ahead and I believe we cross beam this one right here on the inside. So we have a little bit of something that looks like that for our door. It did. Never mind. We don't do these ones on the inside right here. So it's just gonna look like that because we do these ones on the outside in a second. So you can then go ahead and change the lime wool to whatever block you want to do for the door. We're going to go ahead and place one door. And then how I like to do it is the top part of these is always going to be stone bricks all the way around. So I kind of like to just put the stone bricks in first and then do the cobblestone and the mossy cobble after. Kind of like give it a bit of a mix. Like so, and that is your doorway. And we might as well go ahead and do the rest of these walls as well. So, it's gonna go stone brick, except for these two. Then we can do like stone brick, cobblestone, mossy cobble, and cobblestone. And just like that, you now have a window. Over here, there's no windows on this side, so you can kind of just do whatever. There we go. We'll leave this side empty for now, and same with this side, so we can go ahead and do this one. So window here, and then just fill it in with whatever you want to fill it in, like so. And then this side right here also has no windows, so we're going to do it similar to the one over there. Like so. And that is the front half of the house almost done. We can go ahead and do the windows in a minute, or you can do them now if you'd like. I just used glass panes for them. Next, we can go ahead and move on to the fireplace side, so we can get that out of the way. So for the fireplace, I just used some brick, and if you want to get a bit of a gradient, feel free to use granite as well. That also looks really good. So for the inside of the fireplace, it's just gonna go 1, then a gap of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna leave that part empty. Then out here, we can go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and then right here, this is gonna be for campfires. So we can get back to the fireplace in a minute. For now, let us move on to the tower. So for the tower, I used not a lot of blocks. I used some cobbled deep slate walls and stairs, and deep slate bricks, and deep slate stairs. Then we used some deep slate tiles, tile stairs, tile slabs, and we'll use some deep slate brick walls. So that is what we're going to use for the tower, and so it's pretty easy. Don't worry, let's get this going. So starting on, we don't need to worry about that block right there because that's going to be part of the interior. So we're just going to go ahead and do a deep slate ring all the way like that. Then this one right here, it's gonna be a window. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Then you feel free to start adding your deep slate brick gradient whenever you want to add it. Completely up to you. And there we go. That is the first part done. Next, we are going to add one more layer of just deep slate bricks on top of here. And this is where we're going to start doing our trim that we have. So we're going to do an upside down deep slate brick with a slab. Upside down slab. And one more. These you can do absolutely whatever with. You can choose to do like that, and then you can do some deep slate slabs underneath, or you can just leave it like that for now. Also feel free to take your walls and stick them in the corners, so it kind of makes it feel less round and more put together. Then okay, a second. We're going to go ahead and bring these all up for another window. So we're going to do one stair here, a stair here, and then these windows are 3 tall, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a stair. And then just do that all the way around, including a window right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And just like so, when we do the inside, then the walls will look a little more complete. You can also feel free to add one more layer on top. Like so. And then we'll do the trim up here as well. Actually, we'll wait and do the trim in a minute, so that way it's a lot easier. Alright, so you should have a tower that looks somewhat like this. When we do the windows for the house, we'll do the windows for this as well. Unless you want to do like iron bars or a different colored glass or anything you want, feel free to do that. Next, you can come over here and finish this wall. So let me put all that away. Need these. Alright. Just gonna go 1, 2, 3. Upside down stair for the door. But you can as well as grab the door. There you go. And then we can just go ahead and add whatever we want for the window. Or like that. And you can also go ahead and cross beam this one all the way to like right about there. Like so. And now we can go ahead and begin with the roof. The roof is very simple, so it should be pretty easy to follow along. We're going to use dark oak stairs, slabs, and trapdoors for the trim. So you're going to go ahead, come over here, and you're going to go up by one more block on each of these corners. Like so. And then we're going to go ahead and do, let me remember this. Oh yeah, it goes this way. So you're going to do one overhanging stair like so on either side. Then you're just going to do upside down stairs going all the way up in like a triangle. And then once you hit this part, you're going to do one upside down stair, one right side up stair, upside down, followed by 2 slabs. And then we're going to do that on the other side as well. Followed by 2 slabs. And there we go. Now that you have that, completely built up, we can go ahead and start bringing the trim all the way around. So you're gonna bring that along, and then once it hits here, you're not gonna take it over like that. We're gonna go to the side, like so. And we're going to do another little pointed triangle. Like so. And there you go. Now that gives you a little arches or triangle as well. You can also do one more log in there just so it kind of looks a little better. And that is going to be your ceilings done on these parts at least. You can also go ahead and bring this all the way along. One second, did I mess the tower up again? No. Apologies, one moment. The tower is what always becomes the confusing part. Ah, okay. So, this is correct, except we messed up one small detail. These windows are actually one block higher. So to fix that, alright, so it should be something like that, I believe. Okay, we'll just worry about fixing the tower in a second when we do the tower. Then if we come back over here, we can go ahead and take our dark oak planks and our dark oak slabs, and we're just going to do it like this, going all the way across. Just like so, until it reaches the other side. And we're going to do the same thing with this one right here. So we're going to do a double slab on this one instead, so it can touch the top. Just like so. And then I just filled in the roof with some spruce wood, so we can go ahead and do that real quick. Just all the way around. So this side right here is going to have a window, which we can do in a minute. But for now, we're just going to put the roof in. We'll do the window in a second. Or you can just leave it as a solid roof. You don't have to do a window. Entirely up to you. I just find the window looks really cute. There we go. And then we can go ahead and do this part roof. So we're just going to go ahead and bring that all the way over. And we'll take that right about there. Alright, now we can go ahead and bring this to the same length. And we'll finish the tower. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and grab our deep slate and our tiles for now. Bring it all the way up. Like so. color goes just like that. And then the inside is going to be done a little differently, so we don't have to worry about that at the moment. Alright, and then we can go ahead and start work on this part. So we're also just going to go ahead and do this part. We'll remove it in a second. I think this side has one window, but I have to remember where and how high. Ah, yes, it does not have a window. Okay. So that's gonna be the tower. We're just gonna have a 3x3 center. And then we can go ahead and finish with the trim. Okay. Not the right height. Oh, I see where we went wrong. This is only 2 high when it's supposed to be 3. My bad. Okay, let's quickly fix that part. That would explain why it looked off. Alright, so it's 3 tall, and then we bring the deep slate trim around it. Okay, so then it's gonna go deep slate stair, slab, I believe stair, full block, there, and then we can change this one right here, verbal block. There we go. You can also feel free to add to your wall. You can do a bit of a mix of the wall if you want to. Then, once you have that, it should be looking a whole lot better. You can then do your slabs on the bottom of there. And there you go. You should have it looking like this. 3 tall windows. And then we got the rest of the roof. And then once we come up here, we're going to do 1 more block along the top. Like so. And we're going to do the same trim that we did down there, but up here, and it's a tiny bit differently, so make sure to follow along. So you're going to do your upside down stairs, every other block going all the way around. Your slab in the middle. Full blocks on the corner. Slabs on the top with the full block, not on the bottom. And then we're going to come up here, we're going to do stair on every other one. So on top of your bottom stair, you're going to do a top one. With slabs, I believe, on those. Then slabs on your corners. And a full block in the middle. Just like so. Then we can do the rest of the tower. I'll quickly do that now. It's pretty simple. So once you get all that done, you're not really going to need any more of your deep slate. So we can go ahead and just clear out the entire inventory. I use strip logs for up here, but you can use whatever you want. Then you're also going to want some spruce stairs, some spruce trapdoors, slabs, and we're going to need our dark oak stuff again. Just like so. So you're going to go ahead. These windows are only too big, so it's going to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on either side with the right side up stair and upside down stair, and then you're going to do that on all 4 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cross beam the top, stair, and stair. Just like so. And once you have that, you can go ahead and do a trap door next to each one. Each top stair, you're going to do a trap door. Followed by an upside down dark oak stair. So we can start the roof. With one slab in the middle. Dark oak wool blocks on the corners. And then we're going to do another stair like so, so it kind of curves in. Oh, wait, I did that correct. Perfect. Then you're going to go ahead and do another stair on each of those stairs, upside down stairs, with a slab in the corner. And then we can grab our spruce blocks, which I think are up here. I'm gonna do a spruce. 1 second while I double check this. Ah, yes, okay. One more detail. We're doing a spruce slab in between each stair again. And then one full block behind each slab. One stair. Followed by upside down stair. One more full block. Another stair. And then 3 full blocks, like so. Just like that. And then we're going to do full blocks in between each of these. Just like so. And then one more full block here. And I think I did slabs. Should I do slabs? No. And just like that. That is going to be your roof. And now we're going to add the final details onto it. So you're going to take your spruce trapdoors and do one on top of the spire here. And we're going to need some spruce fence. A wall, you can choose whatever kind of wall you want. And then a lightning rod, just so that way your house doesn't get struck by lightning. Well, I mean, it will get struck by lightning, but it won't set your trees on fire. Then you can do one more fence right here. Like it's just 4 more fences. But there you go. You now have a tower. We can also go ahead and add our windows in now. I just use normal glass panes, but feel free to use whatever you want to use. We can also do the ones down here as well now. Then we got a few windows over here. Just like so. That covers the windows. Now for some added detail and light so you don't get any monsters spawning up here, you can go ahead and begin adding some lanterns. So we're going to do a chain and a lantern on each corner. Like so. And then feel free to also do one on all of these overhanging bits. As well as you can now take your walls I just used some of these deep slate brick ones, and you can just go ahead and bring it all the way up. This side included. Okay. Just like so. Now we can also go ahead and finish our roof. So this one you might want to do before you do the wall, just so you can get into doing it. But come on, let me place the stair. You're gonna do a stair right there, and then you can replace your walls again. And then this is just gonna go ahead and go behind it. Just like so. And here you go. That is your ceiling put in. Also, feel free to change this for a full block if you don't like the wall that's on the stair. My brain is definitely working. And so now that we have that, we can go ahead and move on to our fireplace. It is super simple. We're gonna go ahead and find our bricks and granite and all of that fun stuff. So we're gonna use bricks. We're gonna use all of the brick stuff. And then some granite. You can use just granite, or you can use stairs and stuff if you want to get more of a gradient. Apologies, one moment. Just checking something before we get this started. Here it is. Okay. So you should already have this nice little ring. So we are going to go ahead and do another full block, and we'll just do full block all the way around for now. Gonna do another full block, going all the way over. You can do like a wall here, slab, full block, like so. We can do like another stair, full block, stair. This can be where it goes up at, so we have that part, and you can do it however you want to do it. And then for the middle part, I kind of just did like the cross beam all the way over, and then you can just fill in the walls if that's what you want to do. It's like completely up to you. Just like so, and then we can go ahead and take this one all the way up. I did it to right about here. And another thing I forgot to grab is you can take a campfire and like a flower pot, so you can do a campfire. You can surround it with spruce trap doors with maybe a wall and a flower pot, and it kind of looks like a chimney. Feel free to also go and add some stairs to make it look like it's maybe a little older, like it's been here for a long time. And then you can also go ahead and add some granite, like so. And there you go. You have a really cute, simple fireplace. Matches quite a few builds, or anything you want to use it for. And now we can go ahead and finish the last few outside details that I forgot to do. And then we can move into the interior. So you're going to take some dark oak slabs and trapdoors, as well as some oak stairs, stripped oak log, stripped birch log, and some oak trapdoors. So for this part, you're going to go ahead and, we also need some dark oak stairs. So you're going to go ahead and do some stairs upside down stairs on each corner. Except for this one, you don't have to worry about that one because it's not really a corner. Then you're going to go ahead and take your dark oak slabs and do them right next to the stair, going all the way around with trapdoors in between. So every other block is a slab and then your trapdoors. Kind of just gives it a nice little trim. Like so. And then if you wanted to, another detail you could do is you could do spruce trapdoors underneath each stair. Going all the way around. Just like so. And last detail you can go ahead and do this part is you're going to do, instead of oak log, you're going to do stripped oak, stripped birch, one more stripped oak, and then you can do like a window. I like to use trapdoors because they look kind of cool. Just like so. You can do the same thing over here. Just like that. I apologize, this is going to be a bit of a longer video as well, probably. And there we go. Last few details is we forgot to do our slab and trapdoors out here. Also, feel free to add a hanging sign for, like, to show this is your house or something. I like to just copy and paste emojis sometimes, and then you can name it whatever you want. Just like so. And it looks really cute on a sign. And then out here for the door, we're going to go ahead and add a few details with a bell, a flower pot, a lantern, a decorated pot. You can use whatever flowers you want. A cactus flower. We'll use a oak sapling and a fence. So you're going to go ahead and do your pot right here with a bell, your fence, flower pot with a flower, and then a lantern. Just like so. Kind of gives you a cute little entrance. And then for out here, we're going to go ahead and clear all that out. You're going to need some oak leaves or any kind of leaf you want to use. I like to use the oak shelf, oak signs, oak trapdoors, and finally we need a composter. Or after I find it. It's really here somewhere. There it is. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and do 3 oak leaves here with some trapdoors. I guess like little planter box. And then you can do some oak shelves as like little shutters. Same on this side. And I just used oak signs on these ones. Then if you come around to the back, I just did a nice planter box. And then you can go ahead and fill this. And it kind of gives it like a little bit of I don't know, planter box fill. And there you go. That should finish the outside of your house. And now feel free to do your own interior if you want, or stick around and I'll show you how to do the interior I do. So you can go ahead and come inside. I then like to just take out these three right here. And it's a little bit of a mess on the inside, but that's why we're gonna make it better. So, first things first, I like to do a jungle floor. I feel like it contrasts everything. So you can go ahead and turn your entire floor into jungle wood. Or whatever kind of floor you want to do. You can even mix and match floors, do like a different kind of floor for the kitchen or just anything. So, you're gonna do the fireplace. Then let's move on to the fireplace because that's gonna be really simple. I just need some campfires. I have to remember where they are. And last but not least, some iron bars. So we're going to do 3 campfires here with 3 iron bars in front, and then we're going to finish the interior fireplace. I just did some like normal blocks on that part, and then you're going to do a stair, upside down stair, slab, 1, 2, and then another upside down stairs. And then you can also do like maybe this for the rest of it. There we go. Just like so, and then you have a nice cute fireplace. Over here, I like to just use the oak log. Take it right about up to there. Kind of frames that nicely. And then we can go ahead and take some of our deep slate stairs and just do some upside down ones like so. Here's kind of the entrance to the tower. And then for the roof or the ceiling, we can just go ahead and cross beam these logs right here. Like so. And then I just used some spruce slabs and trapdoors. So we're going to do slabs all the way around. And then trapdoors, slabs, trapdoors, and slabs. All the way along. And there you go. That should finish your ceiling up nicely. And then we can begin work on our interior. So let's start with the living room first. For the living room, it is fairly simple. I just did some nice bookshelves, a chest. You can do a lectern or whatever you want to do. I need some stairs. Alright, so first we're going to do a nice little couch in front of the fireplace. Like so. I also like to stick signs on the ends to kind of make it look like they're the armrests of the couch. Like so. And then back here we can do a lectern and 2 upside down stairs. It's kind of like a table with maybe like bookshelf and a chest so you can store like enchanted books or something in there. And then another thing I like to do is I'll take a flower pot, some candles, and we'll just use a poppy. You can do like 3 candles here, maybe a flower pot with a flower. So you can also add a painting. That's a little bit big. There you go. And if you wanted to add like some carpet or something in front of the fireplace, you can do like, I like to use the moss carpet, but you can also do it like underneath. So that way it's a little bit of a bigger carpet. And then I will show you guys how to make the grandfather clock, which is really simple. You're gonna need a daylight detector, an observer, a bell, a spruce stair, and some spruce trapdoors. So first you're going to start with the stair, and then the trapdoors. 1, 2, 3 on either side. 2, 3. Open all those up. Then you're gonna want to do one observer facing upwards. Put the bell on the bottom. Daylight detector. And then feel free to use like an item frame and a clock, just so it looks a little more realistic. And there you go. You have a fully functional grandfather clock. And that should pretty much finish up the living room for now. Feel free to also just do brick for that part so it's a little nicer. So you can also add like flower pots or candles or honestly anything you want to add up here. It doesn't really matter. Then if we come over here, this is going to be our kitchen. So let's make that real quick. I just used some spruce stairs for like a table. And then I used an oak stair as like a chair. You can also use a slab if you wanted to. Slabs are a little bit easier to use. Then if you come in the kitchen, we're going to take a furnace, a cauldron, a chest, some campfires. I don't know where the barrels are. Here they are. A barrel, tripwire hook, cake. We can just use a shovel. Alright. So, I like to do a fridge with 2 barrels, like so. Then you can just do barrels all the way along the top. And I did one over here, the chest. 2 campfires. You can extinguish them. Because you don't want a smoky kitchen. And then some trapdoors. I also use some spruce ones up here. There you go. Then I just did a furnace in the corner. Put a cauldron. You can go ahead and put water in the cauldron as well if you wanted to. And then I just did some counters. Or you can also do like a crafting table. Since this is like a starter base, you can do like that. And then 1 counter. That could also look cute. You could do like a cake. A brewing stand. And then a wall to kind of add like the furnace thing that they sometimes have. Then I like to use a birch door as like a fridge door. So, and then you can go ahead and stick like flower pots or lanterns or even leaves on top of your shelves to kind of make them look a little more lively. So that's what we're going to do real quick. We're going to do like that with flower pot, leaves, and a lantern. You can also stick item frames on your cupboards if you want to see what they are, but it's totally up to you. And so then you kind of have something that should look a little bit like this. I also like to do just a flower pot on the counter. And there you go. That is going to finish the downstairs. And now let's move on to the stairs and all of that fun stuff. So the stairs are pretty simple. You're going to want to use some oak log, some spruce stairs, and spruce slabs. Right, so might as well use some trapdoors and a fence. But you're going to go to the center and go all the way up to right about here. Then for down here, we're gonna do one stair, upside down stair, and then it's kind of gonna just go up like so. We can do a slab, stair, slab, stair. Going all the way up. And then you can do like a trap door right here with the vent so you don't fall off. And then you should be at the top. You can do another slab right there. Then once you reach the top of the tower, I kind of just did some nice lighting up here. So you can choose to do this if you want to, but I found it was cute if I stuck a spore blossom in there with a fence. And then we could go ahead and do, I believe, some stairs and full blocks right there, followed by a nice lantern in the center. Slide up here, and there you go. Now you get the spore blossom particles, and yeah, have nice lighting up there. Now to remember where exactly here it is. Then right here you can go ahead and break that open. You can do like a stair here. I just did a deep slate stair to get up here. And there we go. We are now in the upstairs area. So we might as well quickly finish this. So you can go ahead and clear out your inventory if you want. And then you're going to take all of your wall blocks, like your oak log, your stripped oak log, and your birch log. You're going to go ahead and use these. Well, you can see the exposed oak logs, and you're going to put more. Alright, and then we're going to do oak, birch, and some more birch right here, with a nice oak stair in the center. Now you can put it like a door, and it's going to be a bedroom. We'll decorate the bedroom in a second. And you can also decorate an oak log up there. And then as for this room, we're just going to do like an oak wall, or log. apologies, since those seem pretty basic to use. And then once you come over here, you can then go ahead and start with this area right here, which is also going to be fairly simple. First, we can take some spruce slabs, and we're going to replace these stairs right here with slabs, like so. And then for this part, I just did like a kind of little writing desk. So we're going to take a lectern, a slab, and an oak sign. You can also use some oak shelves as well. So you're going to do like a lectern with some oak shelves, or like oak stairs, an oak slab with a sign, like so. Some oak shelves. Or you can do like oak shelves here, and then I did this as like a chiseled bookshelf in case you're like a writer. Then it's where you can put all like your half-finished projects or whatever. So, and then you can go ahead and do like maybe some candles or a flower pot or something. Like candles, flower pot. And then I also like to do just a nice little barrel up top to store like extra writing supplies or something. And we forgot a flower. I'll use this spruce sapling. And there you go. That is a nice little writing area now. Up here, we can go ahead and figure out what to do with that. I just like doing some spruce slabs going all the way along, like so. Then if you wanted to, you could also add some spruce stairs right here. Maybe an extra slab. And we could throw in a lantern. Feel free to also use some trapdoors just to give it a little more detail. And here you go. Then coming in here, this is going to be the bedroom. So we can go ahead and quickly finish this. I just used some spruce planks to fill in this back wall here. And then we're going to do a window like right here. So let's go ahead and finish that real quick before I forget again. So let me double check how I did this one. Okay. So we're going to take our dark oak stairs. So we're going to go 2 in, and then we're going to do 1, 2, just like so. Is that how it went? One moment, please. Ah, no, it's not. Okay. Apologies, there's one small step in between. So you're going to tear these 2 out as well. Do 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you're going to do 1. And 1 moment again. That is what I thought. Okay. These windows can be so confusing sometimes. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you're gonna do your upside down stairs. Going all the way up, upside down. Like so. Then you're gonna take your slabs. And just like so. And then we can go ahead and do another thing on there, and followed by an oak stair, an oak trapdoor, and we can go ahead and finish filling in this roof. And there you go. That is going to finish the window. Now we can go back inside. Sorry, I forgot about the window. Alright. So now that we have the window, we can go ahead and remove these. I just like to use some bookshelves and some chests. So let's go ahead and grab those. Then you can do like an extra storage chest down there. Maybe throw in a cute bed. And then we need another sign. So we can do like a bed here with a sign. Like so. And over here, just did some Brits. Then I need a furnace. You can use whatever kind of furnace you want, or even a campfire. I just used a furnace because I thought it was cute. And then just go ahead and do something like this. Maybe some more bookshelves over here. And you can use like a flower pot. So, and then I just added like an armor stand. And then for the ceiling, since it looks kind of random, you can go ahead and fix that. Just like so. And then we can just go ahead and throw one cute little flower into the flower pot. If you really wanted to, you could take some oak shelves, maybe like a lantern, and make yourself like a little table. And last but not least, you can throw in some carpet. I know, right there. Just like so. And feel free also to do like a painting above the door. We might just to see if there's a cute one. There you go. And here you go. Now you have a cute little bedroom and like a writing area. And if we come down here, we can go ahead and finish this off. I just used a barrel right after I find it, the jukebox, the barrel there with a jukebox, and then some oak shelves. And then for a little extra light, you can also do one lantern right there. And then if you wanted to, I just did a dragon head right up there. And there you go. That should finish your cute little starter house. And you should have everything you need to begin Minecraft. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really enjoyed this house. It's always been a lot of fun to make. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I am hoping to do another tutorial soon. I have a barn up and ready to go for you guys. But anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye!